What's up, risk managers? My name is Nasdaq Anonymous, and I'm addicted to the NQ. And boy, is she one hell of a drug. And welcome to tonight's NA meeting, where we'll discuss the economic data for the week, analyze today's session, and from that, build a winning game plan for tomorrow's price action. And if you haven't done so already, you can show your support by subscribing to the channel. And with that said, let's jump into the charts now. This is tomorrow's data. And be mindful that all times are in Central Time. And we have a big block of news scheduled for tomorrow, so let's jump into it. We have a big block of news at 7:30 with a focus on CPI for the month of September, continuous and initial jobless claims for the month of September and October. At 8:15, we have Fed Cook speaking. At 10, 10:30, and 12 o'clock, we have Fed Williams speaking, the 4-week bill auction, and the 30-year bond auction. And finally, at 1 o'clock, we have the monthly budget statement for the month of September. And now that we know what to expect, let's jump into the charts and create a game plan for tomorrow's price action. This is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream, and today was definitely a trend day. And as I analyze the charts, I see about 2 clues that's going to be essential for helping us find the best trades going into tomorrow's stream. So let's jump into it. During the overnight session, the Nasdaq opened slightly bearish and traded 103 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 287 points to the upside and seeing a slight sell-off going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, here's what I'm going to be looking for. So today was just another exciting day for those addicted to the thrills of the NQ. With all the selling pressure that we saw from the bears at the opening of the session, you would think that we would get some follow through ahead of the CPI release. But that was certainly not the case. And boy, did the bears get clapped today, with my short play included. And if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price retests a level at 485. Because this is the level where we saw the breaker structure to the downside from a previous drop, and 842 was yesterday's session's high of day. So if the bulls are if they want higher prices, they're going to have to trade past this level. Because if the bears step in and reject price from this level, it's highly likely that we will see a drop. However, if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 380 and 350. Because this is the range where we saw the bulls found support, and I do expect for the bulls to step up here and try to buy the retest. Now, it's highly likely that price could trade in a range until the release of the CPI report, and it's also highly likely that the high could be in with that retest at 482. But the price action overnight will definitely be essential for our bias going into tomorrow's stream. Now, if you're enjoying the content and appreciate the value that me and my trading partner provides to the trading community, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the release of our next NA meeting and live streams. And with that said, let's jump into an ES chart. This is an ES chart, and this is the block of price action that we traded during today's stream. And during the overnight session, the E-mini S&P opened slightly bearish and traded 20 points to the downside into a previous area of support. However, once the bears failed to rotate price lower, the bulls stepped in and price rallied 66 points to the upside and seeing a slight sell-off going into the close of the session. And based on this price action, this is what I'm going to be looking for. So just like the NQ, price initially traded to the downside at the start of the session, and we saw a massive rally and the ES making new all-time highs ahead of the release of the CPI report. So if the bulls can maintain their control overnight, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 845 and 850. Because 846 is where we saw the initial rejection, and if price trades back up until this level, then I expect for bears to be waiting in this area to reject price to the downside. But if the bears can regain control overnight and price begins to trade lower, then I'll be watching the reaction when price trades within a range between 820 and 815. Because 820 has acted as a previous area of heavy resistance, and I do expect for bulls to step up in this area to buy the retest. Now, anything can happen.
but it's highly likely that price is going to trade within a range until we see the CPI release. So it's going to be really important to sit on your hands if you're not already in a decent position, because this release will be a massive move. And if the market dislikes the data, especially if inflation is moving away from the Fed's goal of 2%, we can definitely expect a massive drop. But I'll be monitoring both markets overnight to identify the best trades as we go into tomorrow's stream. And in summary, both markets started off the session slightly bearish, seeing price grind to the downside. Both markets had a massive rally that was fueled by the bears buy stops. And finally, both markets saw a rejection from a previous area of heavy supply a day ahead of major news.
And that's all I have for tonight, risk managers. And you can watch us trade these concepts live by clicking this video. We'll see you there.